Okay.
What's it like in the mountains, Jillian?
Just when you thought Jimmy Kimmel was a fluke, he comes right back with a week that reminds us why he was the #1 prognosticator on television. Last week, Jimmy went 3-1. He does think?
Yes.
Well, he was 12-2 on the Fox Sports
who you
website.
think helped him last week?
You gave him all the information.
He begged me for help.
But the only number he cares about, Terry, is what?
I don't know.
Is 2, as in Game 2 of the Subway Series.
No.
Before we get started, I want to apologize because I know this is the NFL pregame show, but as a long-suffering Mets fan, I have baseball on the brain and a few things to say about the World Series. Now, I know a lot of you hate New York and probably don't care who wins as long as they burn it to the ground afterwards, but if you're undecided, I want to give you a few reasons why I think you should root for the Mets. Number 1, the Yankees always win. 3 out of the last 4 years. The last time the Mets were even in it was 1986. Rooting for the Yankees to win another World Series is like rooting for Howie to get another Radio Shack commercial. Enough already. Reason number 2, Roger Clemens. Makes me want to throw up just looking at it. Let me tell you something, Clemens. You throw at Mike Piazza, you better be ready to throw at me, you jackhole. Don't really throw at me. Reason number 3, Yankee fans. Look at these people. Ugly, scary, weird, fat, bizarre. Whereas the Mets fans, as you can see, are quite handsome. The kind of guys you'd want your daughter to marry, or at least have an illegitimate kid with. So let's go Mets. All right, better do some football picks. I was 3-1 last week, 12-2 on FoxSports.com, which is not too shabby. There's no reason to believe the magic won't continue. This week, I will take the Vikings to beat the Bills, the Raiders to stop the Seahawks, the Skins to slam the Jags, and my upset pick, the 49ers over the Carolinas. Let me recap. Vikings, Raiders, Redskins, and Niners. And one other thing, I'm sure Yankee fans are pretty steamed up at me right now, and quite frankly, I couldn't care less. You can all go pluck your eyebrow for all I give. But let me just say this. If you Yankee fans happen to see me at the games, that's not me. That is a guy who looks exactly like me. Leave him alone. He's a priest. He's mentally handicapped. I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and those are my picks.
Kimmel said the 49ers is his upset pick. I see he lost his, what little brain he's got. God, what, this guy wouldn't know a football team if it sat in there with him. Why do we have him on the air? Are we commercial break yet?
What happened to the comedian we were supposed to get?
I'm sure Yankee fans
well, that
agree
was
with Terry that Jimmy is indeed a little bit of a knucklehead. But if you have what it takes to beat Jimmy, just log on to FoxSports.com and play his Pro Pick'em contest. Speaking of the Yankees, Dante Culpepper was drafted by the Bronx Bombers as a pitcher. And we'll preview his game against Buffalo coming up right after this.